Welcome to the Online Club Secretary Certification Program. Thank you for your service to your club, to your community, and to Civitan International. The Club Secretary PowerPoint presentation is divided into segments for your convenience. All of the reports and forms in this presentation are also available online at www.civitan.org and can easily be completed and mailed in to Civitan. After you have reviewed all segments, you must complete the certification test in order to be certified as a club secretary. You may only take the certification test once. As a club secretary, your duties include maintaining an accurate membership roster, recording and reporting meeting minutes for both your board meeting and your club meeting, and preparing and submitting club reports to Civitan International on behalf of your club. You are to handle, organize, and file all incoming and outgoing correspondence that is received by your club. You are also tasked with ordering club supplies, maintaining membership attendance records, and understanding the significance of your role as a club secretary. The first duty that we're going to discuss in detail is maintaining an accurate membership roster. Records are kept on each of your club members and should include the following information: the date your member joined, their birth date, their home and business mailing address, their business and home telephone numbers, their email addresses, and if they have personal interest in community affairs, as well as any additional items that they want to include about themselves. The next responsibility for club secretaries includes recording and reporting meeting minutes. Minutes of the club and board meetings are imperative to the club. You are the historical record of your club for the current day as well as going forward. Minutes must be complete, yet concise and accurate, with only the facts presented. The layout of the meeting minutes should be presented in such a way that a reference can be made at any time to any item discussed in the past. So it's important to not give necessarily thoughts and opinions, but recording the actions of the board, including motions and second. The meetings should clearly indicate the nature of the meeting, if it's a board meeting or a general club meeting, the date, the time, and the place that the meeting was held, the name of the presiding officer or chairperson, and a list of those in attendance. Attached below is a meeting minute and roll call sample form that is available. You may use this form or customize it based on the specific needs of your club. So as a part of each one of your meetings, whether it be a board meeting or a regular club meeting, it's important to note the members that are in attendance. This will go toward those that are striving to reach perfect attendance, as well as being a document for your historical reference of who was present for motions and seconds. Precise wording should be used to list any decisions made. So let's go over and recap recording and reporting meeting minutes. Motions and amendments should be clearly stated and an indication as to whether they were carried or lost. Also record the names of those individuals who made the seconds and those in turn who seconded them. Attached is a motions and amendments sample form. This form can be used for your reference, or you may customize the form to be more specific to your club needs. If any business covered in the meeting minutes is reopened at a subsequent club or board meeting, the original meeting minutes must not be altered. Type the meetings whenever possible and send them out electronically to all board members. Store the recorded minutes in binders or books that allow for permanent storage. The secretary book should be handed down from one secretary to the next year after year. If possible, avoid reading the minutes. Ideally, the meeting minutes should be distributed to the members prior to the meeting to allow sufficient time for review. The first item of business at the meeting is to accept or to confirm the meeting minutes of the prior meeting. Now we're going to discuss preparing and submitting reports to Civitan International. One of the most important responsibilities of the club secretary is reporting club membership address changes, additions, deletions, and new club officers to Civitan International. Adding a new member involves submitting an addition form to Civitan International. The cost is $17.50 for U.S. clubs and $15 for Canadian clubs. Each new club member will receive a new member packet via U.S. or Canadian mail. An addition form will be accepted to Civitan by email or fax, but must be accompanied with a credit card for payment of the addition fee. Additions will not be added without payment. Here is a sample of the addition report that must be submitted when adding new members to your club. Please ensure that all the fields are filled out appropriately, including the sponsor name, member number, your district number, and your club number. Now we're going to discuss reinstating and transferring members that are also included and submitted on the addition form. A member may be reinstated or transferred by using the lower portion of the addition form. The cost to reinstate a member is $5 plus $2.50 liability insurance for a total of $7.50 for U.S. clubs and $5 for Canadian clubs. There is no cost to transfer a member from one Civitan club to another. When deleting a member, a deletion form will be used to submit to Civitan International. When a member is to be officially deleted from your club membership roster, a deletion form must be completed and sent in to Civitan. The official date of the deletion is the date it is processed at Civitan International headquarters. You will now see a report of deletions that must be submitted. This form also includes address changes and officer changes. We would like to point out that it is very important when club members have an email address change that those are submitted using this form as well. Name and address changes for a member are also submitted using the deletion form. It's in the lower portion. If you are submitting a name change, please list the old name of the member and the new name of the member on the form. Changes in club officers are also located on the lower portion of the deletion form. So if you have club officers after they are initially reported to Civitan International, please use this portion of the form to report the old officer and the replacement name of the new officer. By July 1st of each year, a new slate of club officers should be reported to Civitan International. In preparation for this, you should hold your club officer elections in May or June of each year. You will now see a report of Civitan officers form. Please ensure that you include your district number, your club number, as well as your club name, listing all of your officers as of July 1st once your elections are held that will hold office beginning October 1st. So just to recap a summary of the reports and forms that we have discussed, adding a new member, a new addition form is used. To reinstate or transfer a member, the addition form is also used. If you would like to delete a member, a deletion form is available. Name and address changes for members also use the deletion form. If you have a need to make changes to your club officers during the Civitan year, the deletion form is used the lower portion, as well as if you have to report your new officers as of July 1st, the new club officer form is used. Another component of club secretary duties includes club correspondence. A simple method of filing is to use a 3-ring binder for the correspondence. Create a series of sections within the binder. Here are some suggested headings: District Incoming Correspondence, Civitan International incoming correspondence, incoming board matters, completed board and club meeting minutes, copies of outgoing correspondence, supply house orders, and items that need immediate action. If the club is doing a special project, it may be necessary to include a separate file or tab within your binder, especially if the project is ongoing and large amounts of correspondence are generated. Meet with the past secretary to determine the current procedures regarding the correspondence collection. If the mail is sent directly to a post office box, make certain you obtain a key. Sorting the mail should be done on a regular basis and given priority. Record all correspondence received on a detailed journal. The journal should include the name of the person who the correspondence was sent to in your club, the date of the correspondence, and who the correspondence was from. Meet with your club president after sorting all of the correspondence. Discuss which items must be handled at the next club meeting and those that can be held over until the next board meeting. Avoid, whenever possible, standing up and reading every piece of correspondence that is received to your club. Circulate a summary of the correspondence at the meeting, providing information on the basic contents, the recipient, and to whom an action item was assigned. All outgoing correspondence from the club should be written on the club's official letterhead. Samples of outgoing correspondence could include a thank you note to a speaker or a program manager that you have had recently. If the communication is verbal, follow up with a written letter. The next topic that we would like to discuss is Civitan supplies. For the convenience and club savings, Civitan International offers supplies essential for your club operations. As club secretary, it is your responsibility to familiarize yourself with what is available and have the necessary supplies on hand. You may order supplies online at www.civitan.org/supplies. Beginning in January of 2015, the Civitan Supply House will no longer be able to bill clubs or district for supply house items. All orders will need to be made with a credit card. We accept Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover, or by paying via an ACH direct debit transfer from the club's checking account. Clearly print or type complete information including your club name, an accurate shipping address, the stock item number of what you would like to purchase, the description, the style, size, or engraving instructions. Normal delivery is by parcel post or UPS. Shipping charges are added to the invoice and a street address is required for UPS delivery. Claims for damage or shortage must be made within 5 days of receiving your merchandise. Credit or exchange cannot be made on merchandise items that are damaged upon return. The Civitan Supply House will not be responsible for errors in sizing, engraved or printed items that are ordered via telephone. Please don't wait until the last minute. The supply house needs a lead time for shipping of 2 to 4 weeks on some items, so please plan ahead. Suggested supply items that you should have on hand at all times include some of the following items: club stationery, member lapel emblems, framed creeds, framed member scrolls or member plaques, luncheon badges and place cards, member and guest cards, program thank you cards for your speakers, greeting cards which include birthday, sympathy, and get well, proposal for membership cards, decals, and more importantly, member recruitment brochures. Your club should have on hand Civitan, a service club worthy of your time, Where Volunteers Become Heroes, Talk Civitan, and adding new members for your club's success. The next club secretary responsibility includes member attendance records. Each club should establish its own guidelines regarding attendance at meetings, keeping in mind that requirements must be reasonable. Understand your role as club secretary. It is extremely important since you are serving your club and you are the club officer who corresponds with the district and international. Becoming a certified club secretary includes the Secretary Online Certification Test. Now that you have completed the responsibilities of secretary, you must complete the certification test in order to be certified as a club officer. If you feel unsure of any aspect of your responsibilities, please go back and review them again prior to taking the test. If you are ready to take the test, you will see an icon, Secretary Online Certification Test. Please fill out all of the information and answer each test question. Once you have answered all of the test questions, at the end of the test, you will see a grade quiz button. Once you click this button, your test results will appear with correct or incorrect answers as well as your grade. These test results will automatically be sent to Civitan International by email for certification. Good luck.